Issue 272. We start out with Sonic being recorded on TV saying confidently that Eggman's threatening the world, and he's still gonna lose. He spin dashes at Eggman's machine, saying that he's been hoping for a one-on-one for months, as Tails smiles, all happy at seeing him again. Sonic is knocked away, and Eggman brags that because of remote control, he can destroy Sonic and overrun Emerald Hill. As Tails hopes that Sonic will clear his name, just by saving the world, which is totally unrelated to his accusations earlier, Sonic complains about the force field, and Eggman says that the Chaos Tap draws the planet's energy into his armor, and the longer this goes on, the stronger he gets. Eggman taunts Sonic about the fact that he's hated and feared, and shouldn't even bother being a hero. And when he's asked what's in it for him, he makes a callback to when Pringle asked him why he's a hero, saying that if he has to ask, he'll never know. Well, Tails finishes his sentence there, spin dashing hero. When I was asking why he was being a hero, I didn't necessarily mean a hero in general, obviously. I was just wondering why he didn't leave Mobius and go to some other zone where he's respected properly. One of the soldiers is confused because he thought Sonic was a bad guy, and he asks, did he change his mind, or... Before another one notices that when Eggman gets hit, the robots go ow. Sonic smiles nervously, saying that being saved by Tails feels weird, calling him Pixel Brain. Though the fact that he's not mad at him proves he's grown up a little. He's not that petty. Completely, Sonic has never been as petty as Mario in Power Tennis, where he grinded his shoe on his brother's foot. Sonic even was proud of Tails. Tails' hidden resentment slips through, as he says, "When will you ever learn you need help, you great big..." It's really nice to see you, Sonic. Sonic and Tails distract Eggman as the robots stay still, right in range of the artillery. Then Sonic is hit with pink energy and is threatened with being drained to death because he has chaos energy in him. He tries to smile nervously and gives Tails a thumbs up, saying he's not the only one who has chaos energy in him, calling Tails old friend. At first I thought he meant Tails had chaos energy in him, which he obviously does because he can fly. He goes into a spin dash after that heartwarming moment. Tails says that since Eggman's had chaos energy in him since the lab accident, maybe the Chaos Tap can drain him too. Sonic epically breaks the mecha apart and lets Eggman get hit by the Chaos Tap, saying epically, "It can drain you too!" You can tell he had a lot of built-up resentment in him from that, since for all he knows this is gonna kill him. Eggman shrinks away, as I just wonder if he went to yet another dumb microverse. And Sonic says, "Hope you saw that, Amy." The tragic irony is she didn't, though hopefully she'll get to see it on a rerun of the news. Wait, does the news have reruns? Tails shows concern for the banged up Sonic, realizes that they can't keep fighting like this, and the soldiers cover them, letting them leave because it's just a few tin bullies against a whole zone. Then we see Tails and Sonic together in the aftermath of the wreckage, and for once the roles are reversed, as Sonic is focusing on all the problems they still have, and Tails reassures him that the main war against Eggman is over. So this is another thing, they really have grown up a little. In the next story, Shortfuse tells everyone to make a perimeter and stop the robots from getting in here, and Techno signals all the Nice Nicks to begin attacking the Bad Nicks. Then Techno says that whatever's attacking them is heavily armed, and has already taken out a quarter per Nice Nicks, and blown a hole in the top of a factory. The bike jets are fixed thanks to Techno, so everyone rides on the bike with Techno flying behind them. At least with Techno being a Cybernick, her being able to fly actually makes sense. Techno complains that she doesn't know what all the buttons on her armor do, and gets shot for her lack of experience. This reminds Shortfuse that he cares about her, and he rushes to save her, and tells her to just think about what she wants to do. When she thinks about the jets in her boots, they appear. This is a pretty brilliant way of explaining how it works. I like seeing Techno and Shorty get the bond over the whole Cybernick aspect. It's pretty brilliant. Techno scans the Cowbot and finds an unsealed ventilation port, and if they can fire a few shots down there, it'll blow up, which it does. Techno complains that all of her Nice Nicks were destroyed. Good, Nea's gonna help rebuild their Nice Nicks. And then the story ends with Eggman remotely regaining control of Techno, talking through her. He complains that he can't get Techno's weapons to work, and forces her to get taken in for repairs. That's a downer ending. This comic definitely knows how to make Robotnik intimidating. And it really was a case of I had to see how Robotnik was. I had to see the American continuities and this continuity before I could realize that, yes, Eggman should be intimidating. He should be a threat. When I was just familiar with the games, I was just thinking, he doesn't deserve to be a threat. I don't take him seriously at all. But with Sadie and Robotnik and this guy, yeah, this works. This role for Eggman works. In the next story, we see Market Day in Metropolis in a story that takes place before issue 270. Kintobor tells Tails that he's gonna track down where the Mafia boss is, and because he's the only one of the planet of his species, this makes it easier for Kintobor to track him down. Tails smirks at how Kintobor's using a search engine funded by Kane as a sign of cooperation with Gun, and he says that they're borrowing it for a bit for a good cause. Then Tails is told that if they don't track down the Dawn soon, Gun will trace their hacking attempt and try to ungratefully issue an arrest warrant to the heroes of the world. Tails says that Market Day is usually when the family makes their biggest supply move, explaining why he's here. Tails starts to go after the Dawn, whose silence reveals that he's just a decoy. Kintobor says that his signature is found in a new source. Tails lampshades that he's being led on a wild goose chase from this villain's new Deus Ex Machina power. Tails wonders if even Sonic gets a crippling leg cramp from all that running, and Tails is given one last location. After Tails briefly complains resentfully about what a grand and glamorous lifestyle freedom fighting isn't right now, he's told that the word is that a new shipment of stolen weapons is being moved through the sewers and matches the Dawn's last signal. I like that Amy is called that girl Sonic. One of the criminals brags out loud for the sake of the audience that the Mafia were supplying the guns to the good guys before they hijacked their van, and the criminals make fun of the Dawn for wanting to help the war effort with supplies and weapons. Why wouldn't the criminals want that? Seriously, they're living on this planet. Tails learns that the criminals are moving stuff like weapons and food for the needy using Tails' tunnel network. Tails is finally told that the Mafia wants Eggman out, and then the Dawn says that the Mafia was the one who hacked the satellite first, as is how they were able to lead Tails on a wild goose chase. And all this time, Gun has been tracing it to him. He inexplicably lets himself get arrested as Tails lampshades glumly that doesn't feel like much victory. In the next story, we see Captain Plunder hired a bunny crew member who has good luck. See, when I first read the story, I hadn't read the Easter special because it wasn't on the horizontal bar, so this was the first time that I met her. Captain Plunder wants to look for treasure, and as some of his crewmates want to rush him, the pirate ship gets attacked by some fish monsters, with Plunder being threatened and put in jail with all of his crew except two, Filch and Simpson. I guess it makes sense. Filch is a ghost, what are they going to do to him, and Simpson looks like weak and unable to do anything. Never underestimate this guy, he's the one who broke Plunder out of prison. Simpson's led to a treasure chest for an emergency, and Simpson makes me smile by forming his finger into a key with his magical power, unlocking the chest to find a bottle. The next things we know, we see Plunder and his crew escaping. The first story is about Sonic and Tails defeating Eggman's mecha and getting him shrunken away because the Chaos Tap drains his energy, all while people on live TV see Sonic fighting him like a hero and are confused. I like the interaction between Sonic and Tails, with Sonic being awkward but not rude about Tails saving him, so he's not really petty and obsessed with his own ego, like for example Scourge when he didn't want the Suppression Squad to help him fight a few robots. And Tails is snarky at him once. So it shows by the end that they've kind of grown up a little, had character development, because their dynamics changed. And the second story has the Badnik factory destroyed, and Eggman takes control of Techno to make her fly to him for repairs, with Shorty seeming to make up with Techno before that because they have shared experience with being a cyberneck to bond over. And the third story has Tails get led on a wild goose chase looking for the Dawn, only to learn that he's been helping the good guys with supplies in the underground tunnels, but gets arrested anyways for a depressing downer ending. And the final story has Captain Plunder's ship get taken over by weird fish people, and he escapes his cell thanks to Simpson finally using his cartoon powers again to open a chest. All around a great issue.